How's it going, everybody? CardboardSim is in the building. All right, so the annual is complete, y'all. It is done. I wanted to shoot another video before this, but I got to working, and I just decided to go ahead and push on through. Y'all know how I do. But nonetheless, it is done, and I want to show you guys the complete package of the annual. So let me get this camera turned around and I'll show you what I'm working with. All right, starting on the overhead. As you can see, I have done some minor changes. That one fan that I had sitting in there, I moved it over, and I cut the wire to the light. I just couldn't see myself spending any more money on more fans, and that was looking crazy with just having one light and the rest of them just being, you know, normal. So I just cut that, and what I did was I cut a bigger hole at the top. So now that I've done that, these fans are pulling in so much more air. So we're good there. And then I added my little wood grain to the top as well. And remember those lights that I had, that I was using for like overhead lighting? What I did was I put them in here on each side, and I had to cut holes over the sensors, as you can see, because they were messing with the sensors. So I just cut holes in them, and there you go. And then if I hold over the sensor, the lights get brighter, right? So that is that. Now, let's move on over to the panel. Okay, nothing has changed over here. For the most part, everything is the same. As you can see, I did add my bezel, and that's the same. That's pretty much the same. And boom. Hold on, let me get some light going on in here. Let me get some power going on in here real quick. Show y'all real quick. There's some power right there. Let's turn some lights on in here real quick. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Y'all see that, right? Y'all, we have ourselves a motorized trim wheel. It works like a champ when I'm flying, you know, manually. So here, I'll show you. The light's a little too bright. Let me bring it down a little bit so you can see the indicator do its thing. So when I turn, works like a champ. So now when I turn Autopilot on, it is now energized. And as you can see, the motor is tension, so I can't really turn it, so it works in Autopilot. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna just run a test on it just so you can see how it works. Let me get into mobiflight real quick. And I'm just gonna run a quick test. Pretty cool, huh? I know. I love it. Man, I worked on that thing for a day straight trying to figure it out, but I could still probably fine tune it a little more, but for the most part, it does its thing. So that's resolved there. And I'm gonna do a separate video on that as well, so stay tuned for that. Down here, I have now secured my fuel tank select. It's kind of beat up, but I wasn't about to replace it. I had thought about 3D printing me a box, and I might do it eventually, but yeah, we're good right now. You know how I like to keep it. I keep it G over here. Let's see, sliding over, everything is good here. As you can see, all of my lights at the bottom now work. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful. And on to the next big thing, y'all. Woo. Woo. Yes, sir. That's that 750, 650 combo. Shout out to, matter of fact, before I even go any further, I want to give a shout out to my two sponsors, Shade Tree Sim, for hooking me up with the STL files for the 750, 650 combo panel. And I also want to give a shout out to my other sponsor, Jimmy, who took the time out of his busy day a few weeks ago and created the MOSFET board for me so that I can actually dim all of my lights. So thank you for those two guys there. Go check their channels out. And yeah, so now the panel turned out good. I ran into a little bit of an issue with the buttons. So the buttons look a little quirky, but nonetheless, they work. So starting with the volume knob here. Yeah, I'll do it this way. As you can see, volume knob does work on the 750 as well as the 650. We also, let's go map here, or that's fine. Home button works fine. Direct to works fine, as well as home button works fine. And I think my button's a little, yeah, there we go. It does work. Now, my dual rotary encoders, this one half works. So the push button works, small knob works, big one is dead. And that one, that whole one that I did have was completely shot. So those are on back order, but I will be ordering those sometime in the future. They're really there for aesthetics, to be honest with you. I mainly use, you know, the touch functions of the 750, 650 combo. But nonetheless, it's still good. And down here, I 3D printed myself a Beechcraft logo and had my daughter to get her cleaned up for me nice and bright and red. So thank you, sweetheart, for doing that for me. Over here, I haven't, I was going to add my hooks on the sides for the headsets. I just haven't got around to getting those, so I'm okay with it for now. Coming up here, as you can see, I now have a full, which I did already have, but I made the board in the back, the support beam for the back. So now I have support all the way to the TV. I also did my my TV support, and y'all, it makes so much, makes for so much easier to remove that front TV now, because I can just slide it versus trying to lift it and do all this other funny stuff. So that is the updates, y'all. So I would say we are 99.9% complete, other than the two encoders. Yeah, so I haven't flown it yet. I literally just put that TV, I just created the support for the TV a couple hours ago. Got the TV up, got everything mounted, and yeah, so I haven't even flown her yet for her ops check. So we will take this thing up in the air and see what she's all about. So stay tuned for that video. Real quick, y'all, I forgot one thing to add. While we was in the annual, and I was getting the panel, the 750, 650 combo panel upgraded, I decided to send the plane over to the paint booth, y'all. So we got a new paint scheme. You want to see? Ooh. Ooh, look at there. Yes, sir. Let's bring it around. Nice, huh? Yeah, I decided to go with the gray, black, and white to go with the interior of the Sim. Don't get me wrong, I loved my beige and the burgundy. It was just a beautiful, beautiful livery. But I wanted something different coming out of the annual and moving forward into 2025. And I just feel like that this one suits the Sim. It just complements everything. You know, you got gray, black, got the white, gray, black, and white. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that's all I wanted to show y'all real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing cranked up, and I'll see you on the ops check. So there we have it, guys. Sim annual #1 in the books, and it turned out well. Right on schedule. I wanted to be done Saturday, which is today. So I got it in just in time. Still got a little bit of cleanup to do in the hangar, but the bird itself, she's ready to go. So I'm about to pull her out of the hangar here and take her up for a spin, and I'm gonna bring you guys along. So stay tuned to the next video. It's CardboardSim signing out.